Hey there, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. The indices are looking great, and I had a quick look at the indices on TradingView platform. All of them are looking fabulous. I'm going to talk about this because I think a bit of bullishness can be seen in the market, and maybe the next week is going to be great. So without further delay, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Here we are looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is the first one that I have taken for to look at, and you can see here we have broken through one of the trend lines that we had, the bearish trend lines that we had. We have clearly done a gap up, and then we did one better on the last trading day by converting this line of resistance at 43,294 into a support. So Dow Jones is looking good now, and it is within this diagonal line of support. So it has got two supports for it. This was a very strong resistance and it broke through it, and it took it 2 days to make that happen. So this is not a fluke, and I think this is going to hold well. If you look at the MACD, that's looking great. Momentum is also looking great. Next, let us go and look at S&P 500. In our last session, I had said that this diagonal line of resistance has to be broken, and we have broken it. Now I would like to see that it goes above this high out here, because we are still just about making a new high, but it's not a higher high to break this trend. In a way it is, because we have crossed this diagonal line, but I would be more comfortable if we go above this level out here, which is around 6037. Which means we are going to cross this one, and then I'll feel comfortable, or at the very least a retesting and bounce back. So that's what I would be looking for. MACD is looking good. Momentum is also looking good. Given that Dow Jones is going in a bullish way, I think S&P should also move in that direction. Russell Index has also broken through this diagonal line of resistance, and it was following a bear channel, but now it has created a new higher high. So this is something very positive in my opinion, and I'm looking at the MACD, which is bullish, and momentum, which is also above average. Plenty of room for the RSI. We are above the 200-day moving average. Fantastic. Now let us look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ has broken above this diagonal line of resistance of the bull flag, and I'm going to convert that into a support, and we are on top of it. We have broken out. So we also created a new higher high. So we want to build upon that, and we don't have a bullish MACD, but we don't have a bearish one either. We are neutral out here. Momentum is above average. So I'm hopeful that NASDAQ will also follow suit. And then put call ratio is at 0.68. So this is very bullish considering the trends that we had in the past. So I'd say it's pretty bullish. That adds to our positive bias. And if you look at the VIX, the VIX has just about settled down on top of 15.88, which happens to be the support. VIX ended at 15.96. So it's gone as low as possible. MACD is bearish. Momentum is also weak. So I'm expecting that when we open tomorrow, when we open on the next trading day, we're going to see it below this horizontal line of support. And if that happens, I think all systems are go. We'll be doing extremely well. After that, I would like to point out that we have increasing market support. The breadth of the market support is increasing, because if you look at the number of S&P 500 stocks above that 200-day average, the trend is still positive. It's moving up. If you look at the same for above 50-day average, there was a gap up and we have gone up further. This is great. And if you look at those above that 20-day average, again, you can see a gap up out there. So things are improving in terms of the market breadth. So that's again another positive. Now, if we look at the innards, I'm going to look at the Mag 7. Google has not managed to break through the bull flag that we have out here, but it is still pretty strong, and the MACD is improving. Momentum is also high. If you look at Tesla, Tesla has managed to convert this resistance into a support after struggling with it for at least a day. So 418.47 has now become a support. This is a positive. And then if you look at Apple, Apple has not managed to improve much. Meta is still in its bull channel. It has not done that great, but it's still in the bull channel. And if you look at Amazon has not been able to break through the bull flag, but it has been positive in the last trading session. If you look at Microsoft opened up higher, but then it came down, but still it closed way above the previous day's closing, and it is still in a bull channel at this point of time, in my opinion, because it has created a new higher high. So things are looking good for Microsoft. The MACD is almost neutral. Momentum is above average. Now we come to NVIDIA. NVIDIA has managed to stay in the bull channel up there, and that's a positive for NVIDIA. MACD needs improvement. Momentum needs a little bit of improvement. But I'm looking at TSMC results. TSMC results are great. So that should definitely inspire for NVIDIA. We are also seeing a lot of activities going on in terms of building up for future AI capacity in Google, Microsoft, as well as Meta and Amazon. Coming up closer, somewhere in February 26th, we are going to have earnings for NVIDIA. I'll definitely think that by that time NVIDIA would have picked up, because before that we are going to have earnings report from other companies in the Mag 7 as well as other companies in AI, because they all report much earlier than NVIDIA does. So things will move up for NVIDIA. I am betting on that. And let us go and have a look at AMD. AMD has not been able to break through this diagonal line of resistance of a bear channel. Once it breaks that, then I think it will be in a good shape. And this is a minor resistance which I have put out here. I'm going to mark it red. So that minor resistance has to be cleared. And if that minor resistance is not cleared, we are going to have a lot of trouble for AMD. I have now switched to a 4-hour chart for SMH, that is VanEck Semiconductor ETF. And what I see out here is also encouraging. I see a whole lot of consolidation happening over a longer period of time. And this means that the ETF has built up a lot of energy and made a clear foundation. And the move up is imminent in my opinion, and that should also help NVIDIA and other semiconductor stocks. Next, I want to talk about Rigetti. Rigetti is a quantum play, and as you know, I have done the misadventure of getting into it at a higher level. With regard to Rigetti, I think that we are going to see a turnaround. We had a support out here, and the support was at 9.82. We ended up at 9.83. So we have seen this support hold up, and I am thinking that if the markets pick up on the next trading day, which happens to be Monday, we are going to see Rigetti jump up smartly. And we can also see out here that the MACD is improving, and the MACD line has moved very close to the signal line to cross over to the bullish side. That should happen probably on Monday. So that's my hope out there. And the nuclear play, SMR, is also starting to look good. If I wanted to be a bit biased and a little bit bullish on SMR, I would say that I can see a head and a shoulder pattern out here, reverse head and shoulder pattern. And if I wanted to put a target on this, of course, these are my personal opinion, guys. Don't do this if you do not believe in it, and if you're not done your own research or due diligence, because I may be right or I may be wrong. But here is what I have for you guys. A target of 32.31, which represents a gain of around $11 odd. So yeah, that's what I think is likely to happen for SMR. May or may not happen. It's my personal opinion. So just be careful, guys. I want to draw your attention to what is likely to happen with regard to Japan. Now, let's take a look at the economic news for Japan. So we are tracking the yen unwind possibility. I have this data here from last week, January 15th. We had a readout for machine tool orders year over year. The previous was 3%, forecast was 3%. The actual came to 11.2%. In my opinion, this is quite bullish. And we also have another news articles from Reuters, which says BOJ chief Ueda signals rate hike chance next week and yen jumps. There is a possibility that there could be a rate hike, and if the rate hike happens and a few other factors fall into place, there could be a yen unwinding where people might probably cause the market to go down. But apart from that risk, I think overall the market is looking pretty good, and our Mag 5 is looking poised to reach new highs. That's the way I would look at it. And I would like to hear from you guys, because this is the right time for us to collaborate as a community, because all of us are retail investors. Each of us has our own ideas and information, but using the comment section actively will add more value to this channel than even the videos. That's my belief, and that's why I started the channel. I want to show what I do as a retail investor, the way I think, so that others can open up and let me know what they think. So together we can have a much better idea about what's happening in the market, and we could probably improve our success in the market to a certain extent thanks to the collaboration with the community. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. If you liked this video, please press a like out there. It helps the channel, and this gets shown to more people and helps the channel grow. Thanks, and have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.